Greetings from the Rose Bowl. It is the college football playoff quarterfinals. It is the number 1 seeded undefeated UMKC Kangaroos hosting the Texas A&M Aggies, the 9th seed in the playoffs, fresh off their first round victory over USC. We thank you for joining us here on Roo TV. I am Galaxy, and I'm going to be joined by Peach Pear Apple for this broadcast, and he will do play-by-play to start the game as we get set and ready for the opening kickoff. Take it away, Peach.
Oh, I'm so excited for this game, Galaxy. These UMKC Roos are something special, and they've got a lot to prove here today. They're going to take the first kickoff, and it's a touchback. And I got to say, this offense is pretty unbeatable. I don't know what Texas A&M are going to... They're going to have to do something because let's say they do stop Terra Nova, the Heisman winner. What are they going to do about Yoakum, who has been having a phenomenal season in his own right?
There are definitely
a
lot of weapons on this offense.
Well, we're starting here. Fake. And an odd-looking play. Intercepted on the first play of the game. Ball must have hit the lineman. Texas A&M has a huge gift.
That is insane. That looked like it bounced off an offensive lineman's head, and number 28 somehow caught that. And Carlos Harrison is not going to challenge.
And Texas A&M's got a huge gift here. Reed got to take advantage. Handoff, and he is smoked right away by Austin Boone, the all-pro DT of Roos. 2nd and 14. Reed changes the play. Play fake, looking, throwing, and it's knocked away at the last moment by the DB. What a play.
Almost had the pick. It was right in his hands.
3rd and 14, Texas A&M. Reed's looking, loads of time, and he's taken off towards the goal, and he is not going to get there, but he almost made it a story. 4th and 3, and it looks like Texas A&M's taking the early points. And the field goal is good. So, a shocking start. Yoakum, who's had 3 interceptions all year, throws one on the first play of the game.
It really wasn't his fault, to be honest, although he's got to get that ball up a little higher.
Another touchback for the Roos. Let's see if Yoakum and the Roos can get some focus here after that pick. Yoakum hands it to Terra Nova right up the middle for a gain of 8.
Yeah, Terra Nova is going to want to get going against this A&M defense. Maybe they should have started with the run on their last drive.
Another handoff, and this time Terra Nova is met right there. Almost hit the sticks. 3rd and 1 incoming.
Well, interesting decision here. What is this offense going to call here? Would you just hand it to Terra Nova again, or do you try to put it through the air?
Yoakum wants the air. He's looking, throwing, and he hits his reliable tight end. That's Vreeland for a first down.
Yeah, they love that play right there. Vreeland gets open often on that route.
Yoakum hands it to Terra Nova, and he has a wide open lane, breaking tackles, down past the 40. Now this is what we want to see out of the Heisman leading running back.
Yeah, what a burst of speed that was through the hole.
1st and 10 on the A&M side of the field. Yoakum, delayed handoff. Terra Nova's got a lot of movement, lots of room. And right now, Texas A&M has no response to this run game.
Yeah, and that was a nice little play design. They did the pump fake out to the right, and it fooled the defense.
Handoff once again, and Terra Nova's got a lot of room down past the 20. He already has 40 rushing yards on 5 attempts.
Yeah, this offense is looking good now, humming after that freak interception on that last drive.
Play action. Yoakum to Vreeland for a gain of 2. Second and 8. Texas A&M's 18. Play fake. Over to the spin and out to Ross, his number 1 receiver for a gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, nice little RPO there. Got some space.
Yoakum. Wide open is Ross once again for the first.
God, Ross has really been coming on lately. They view him as their number 1 receiver, but really he and Barchers have been quite the 1-2 combo on the outside, or in the slot as Ross is right now.
First and goal for the Roos. Ross is in motion. Handoff is to Terranova. He is stopped really quickly.
Yeah, not much doing there. And now we'll see what they're going to go with here. On a second and goal from the 7, do you hand it off again, or do you give yourself a couple of pass attempts to the end zone?
Archer's in motion. Low snap, throws, hits Vreeland.
It looked like that was Terranova. In traffic.
Otherwise, it's third. Archer's is down, bottom of your screen, 1-on-1. Yoakum looking, loads of time, hits his man, touchdown, Roos. Brad Ross. A great touchdown pass from Yoakum to Ross makes this game 6-3.
Yeah, that was an excellent job by Yoakum of standing in tall in the pocket as it was collapsing and delivering a beautiful ball to Ross on a big third down touchdown.
EAT is good. We are 7-3 here in the Rose Bowl. Texas A&M is taking it out, and they're met pretty quickly.
Now, something that UMKC has to watch for with this quarterback is his ability to run.
And his ability to throw. He throws a laser downfield for a first down. What a great throw by Reed.
He can run and throw. He's got a great combination of skills there.
Reed, lots of protection, runs out of the pocket, he slides 5 yards. Got to give the Roos defense credit, though. They were major contributors to their comeback win last week. See if they can do it here. Reed, loads of time, hits his man, but it is dropped.
I thought for a second that was going to be picked. Paul Abraham had a good angle on that ball.
3rd and 5 for Texas A&M. Reed, looking, throwing, hits his man. For the second time this game, over the middle seems to be Reed's specialty.
Yeah, that was just that was good coverage, but just a great ball and a good catch.
Another great throw. Reed gets 5 more yards to Isaiah Horton. Interesting, they have not had any running plays, and they won't have one this play either. Reed throwing, hits his man over the middle.
Yeah, just too much cushion there. Made that one easy.
Just past UMKC's 40. Man in motion. Reed hands the ball off. He's got a lot of room, but he stopped quickly. That was Ruben Owens.
Yeah, this UMKC defense has struggled a little bit in the past few weeks, giving up yards. Seeing it again.
Another handoff, but he is...
Great pursuit to that ball. Great pressure.
And there won't be another play. And at the end of first quarter, 7-3 Roos. Now I'm going to hand it off to Yalachi for the second quarter play-by-play.
All right, thank you. We have a 3rd and 8 for the Aggies as we start the second quarter. Reed in the gun. 4-man rush. Over the middle, that is caught for the first down inside the 20. And that's going to set up a first down in the red zone.
Like you said earlier, the Roos are having a hard time not giving up big passing plays, and they're going to have to tap this down.
Here's the RPO. Popper quickly tackled, only a gain of about 2. Second down and 8. 3 receivers bunched to the left. 1 motions. They pass it back to him. Double pass. It is caught for the touchdown. Number 7, Horton, makes the play, and Texas A&M takes the lead.
What a gutsy call by the A&M coach. They just completely tricked the Roos defense there. Didn't see that one coming. Wow.
Now 10-7 as the Roos will get the ball back. Wayne downs it in the end zone. So this drive starts from their own 25.
I think that as the defense softens up, Yoakum's going to have a lot of passing opportunities on this drive.
Looking for Terranova here on the screen. He's got some running room. Brought down at the 31 after a gain of 6.
Of course, the Heisman winner is not known just for rushing. He's also a great pass catcher as well.
On second down, Yoakum over the middle. He's got Barchers up to midfield. They'll mark him at the Aggie 49-yard line, and that's a first down.
Galaxy, this kid can straight fly. That's what Barcher's role is on this offense.
He showed it right there. Now here's a first down handoff for about 4 by Vincent Terranova.
Texas A&M needs to figure out some way to beat this offense because they're already past midfield and it feels like it's nothing to this Roos offense.
Play action, rolling, and just dumping it down to Mason Short, but that doesn't do much, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Mason Short is known as a blocking tight end for this team. He doesn't catch many balls. I guess they were trying to catch the defense off guard with that one.
Play action, Yoakum pressured, and it's incomplete as he got drilled. Did not have time to get that ball off. And what does Carlos Harrison do here? 4th and 6 from the Texas A&M 45, and he's thinking about keeping the offense out there to go for it.
Yeah, I like that decision. This is the playoffs. I mean, you're known for your offense. You have the Heisman winner at running back. You have one of the best quarterbacks in college football. He trusts his offense here.
Here we go. 4th down, Yoakum. Can't find anyone. Now finally throws. Diving catch is made by Brandon Vreeland for the first down. What a throw, what a catch.
And I thought that Yoakum was going to scramble for the first down there. But he laid the ball perfectly out there, and Vreeland made a great play. The drive continues.
Now they have to take advantage. 1st and 10. Terranova can't find a hole there. There wasn't one. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 31 of the Aggies. Yoakum looks, steps up. He's got a man, that's Ross. Juke move, and he's down to the 10-yard line, which will set up 1st and goal Roos.
One of the underrated reasons why the Roos have been so successful, look at the protection Yoakum had on that play. No one got anywhere near him. He had plenty of time to diagnose the defense and make a great play.
Formation shift here on 1st and goal. Terranova up the middle, and he gets down to the 4.
Something these defenses that play the Roos have been eyeing is Terranova in this situation. This is why they've been getting a lot of passing opportunities here in the red zone. I expect them to have one here pretty soon.
And it's a draw play. Work to perfection. Touchdown, Roos. Terranova gets him into the end zone. And the Roos retake the lead.
I guess the opposite can be true, too. You have a great passing offense in the red zone. You have a great rushing attack in the red zone. That's why this team is so dangerous. You never really know how they're going to attack you.
So now 14-10. That was a 10-play, 73-yard drive. Done to perfection. Epperson with the kickoff. Fair caught. This drive will start from the 25.
So far, both of these offenses have shown they can get down the field.
On 1st and 10. Reed over the middle. And he got his man. I think they're going to give him forward progress at the 28, so not where he first got touched, because he started moving forward. So it's 2nd and 7. Empty backfield. Reed quickly delivers. Number 19 is going to be just inches short of the first down.
I'm noticing that Reed's been very surgical for the first half of this game. He's not really thrown many incompletions. He seems very locked in here today.
They will throw on 3rd and inches and get the first down up to the 40.
It's interesting how the Roos are playing this defensively. They're leaving lots of big holes for the short passing game. They must be very concerned about Reed's big arm.
Man in motion, and a give right up the middle for a gain of 3. Getting close to the 2-minute timeout. Blitz, screen, caught. Coming back to the ball was number 4, and then tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he cannot. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9. Will they get the playoff? Yes, they will. Reed fires, and it's broken up. Excellent defensive play, and the Roos are going to get the ball.
Curious decision by the coaching staff of the Texas A&M team. They just gave the UMKC Roos, with their all-star quarterback, 2 whole minutes to get down the field for points.
And Jacob Crick just returned it a yard deep from the end zone, and UMKC is backed up to start this drive from their own 8.
I think both teams are having some playoff jitters here today. For a lot of these players, it's their first ever playoff game.
1st and 10, Yoakum will step up and take the running room. Doesn't slide, so he's going to take a shot. That's a gain of 6.
Yeah, that's one thing Yoakum's done a really good job of this season, is protecting himself. I think he knows in the playoffs it's a different game, but he needs to be careful.
Plenty of time here on 2nd down. This is caught by Vreeland, so it's going to be a 1st down, and now UMKC will use a timeout just to get themselves organized here. Now that they got the 1st down, seems like they're going to be in true 2-minute mode.
Watch Barchers here, because if he can get some kind of broken coverage or down the field, that's who Yoakum wants.
He does find him short over the middle on the drags. Nice spin move up to about the 35-yard line. Under a minute left. Yoakum going deep. Oh, he wants Barchers. He's got it. Daniel Barchers catches the goal.
They're hurrying up for the ball. It was only a matter of time till he tried out that deep ball.
Now Yoakum's got to snap this. There goes the clock. He does. Underneath. That is caught by Zerpolo. And the Roos will use a timeout. Oh, and that pass was just a tad been underthrown too, and Barchers was still able to come back and make a fantastic grab.
I think in the NFL, Barchers might be one of those 4-2, 4-3 guys. A couple years they're talking about, how in the world did he get drafted so low?
Yoakum. Dangerous throw. Incomplete. I think he was trying to hit Ross. It looked like he had Terranova open. And it's incomplete though. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I think the jitters are getting to Yoakum a little bit. He can make a big play here, I know it.
34 seconds left. 1 timeout. Steps up, delivers. Oh, it's dropped by Vreeland. He would have had the first down at the 10. Instead, they will send out Dean Epperson.
And that's the second time this game where I felt like Yoakum could have scrambled for the first, but chose to make the passing play, which I don't blame him for, but I think he could have gotten the first by scrambling there.
Well, instead, Epperson makes it 17-10 Roos with that 45-yard field goal. Kickoff. Number 6 across the 20 to the 23 with 23 seconds to go. Let's see how aggressive A&M decides to be here.
I think because they know they get the ball first at half, I don't think they're going to try anything too big here.
Reed rolls, throws. That's a dangerous pass. Incomplete.
Yeah, Reed's got to know a little bit better than to throw that. This is not a situation where you want to play hero.
Now they'll hand it off. And both teams will be content with just letting the clock tick down on half number 1. Here in the Rose Bowl, the quarterfinals, the Roos have a 7-point lead at halftime here on Roo TV. We'll be back for the second half of the Peach Pear Apple play-by-play right after this. All right, and we are back. Peach Pear Apple has the play-by-play as we start the second half.
Yes, I do, Galaxy. Yes, I do. Kickoff. And it looks like it's going to be a short return. 8. Tries to make his fifth. Nothing in there. You know, this doesn't really feel like a 17-10 game because it feels a little higher scoring. Both of these offenses have been really potent. Reed option. Reed takes it for about 5. You said it earlier, they got to watch for Reed's legs, and I think he's going to be using them a lot in the second half.
Definitely can. He will be.
Handoff. Right up the middle. Good run by Ruben Owens. They're going to need a lot more from him. He was pretty quiet the first half. 1st and 10. Reed hits his man out of the backfield, but he is tackled immediately. Marcel Reed looking really good today.
He is, and
not so good.
You can tell, and this defense is going to be on its heels. They're going to have to figure out a way to consistently stop him.
Reed throws, hits his man short. 3rd and 4.
And as you mentioned earlier, This defense does seem pretty content with giving up the underneath routes.
Third and 4. Handoff, and he's not going to get it. What a play by the Roos defense.
Yeah, the Roos will take that. Interesting play call. Now a punt.
It's a big one, too. And into the end zone it goes.
And of course, Crick lets that one go.
Well, looks like Yoakum and the Roos offense are back ready to work. Yoakum seems to be changing something at the line. Quick throw out to Ross. Ross got a lot of room. He got a first down.
That was a nice little play there. They did not account for him on the outside.
Like I said earlier, I think this team has 2 number 1 receivers, and that's really hard for another team to defend. Play fake. Lots of time. Yoakum looking, scanning. Had a man open. He had Ross, but just a little overthrown there.
Yeah, Yoakum's going to want that one back. That was going to be a huge play, and Ross had some room to run after making that catch.
2nd and 10 for the Roos. Handoff to Terranova. He's got a big lane. I don't think he needed to make that spin move. I think he could have had the first if he just kept going.
Well, he does love that spin move, and it has been diabolical in the past, but not that time.
3rd and 5 at the 35. Yoakum scanning, looking, hits his man, breaks the tackle. What a play by Daniel Barcher. Wow. He looked like he lost the first about 2 times there, but he got it.
Yeah, that was a great broken tackle. And then a little juke move, too. And then meeting his head coach on the sideline.
Handoff, Terranova, juking, moving, 4 yards on the play.
That was a nice move by Terranova because he had a guy right in his face. And then he just made a little juke, preventing the loss from happening.
2nd and 6. Play fake. Yoakum has so much time, launches one, and I believe that's Polo making the catch.
Yeah,
it is.
It sure seems like they're trying to air it out down the field here. We've seen a lot of intermediate to deep passes from Ian Yoakum.
Handoff to Terranova. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like this defense is doing everything it can to stop Terranova, and it's just letting Yoakum do whatever he wants.
Yeah, that is what it feels like. They're keying in on Terranova. It's opening up the secondary.
Yoakum throws. Ooh, another missed shot. He had Zerpolo, but it's a little off.
Yeah, that was odd. I don't know if they just weren't on the same page or what.
3rd and 8. Yoakum throwing, hits his man Breland, breaks the tackle, down near the 10.
Wow, that was a great play there. Breland with a strong catch. He's 6'9", he's hard to guard, and he has strong hands.
Handoff, fake, and he hits his man on the side. That's the 3rd tight end. He really doesn't catch very many balls. That's Handy.
Now, Roger Handy sighting. There he is. He can make a play from time to time. He just doesn't see the field very often. He's got too much talent in front of him on the depth chart.
2nd and 6 for the Roos. Yoakum scanning. Wide open is Breland for the touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful pass to the corner. 2 touchdown lead for the Roos.
PAT is good. Just like that, the Roos have shown that their offense is back on track. kickoff.
All right, well, you know A&M's going to be putting the pedal to the metal, and they have the firepower to come back in this one. Roos defense cannot let up.
And off for about 2. We look at the running back comparisons, 8 rushes, 16 yards for Owen.
It's been shut down.
They're going to give it to him again, and he is shut down again. Well, we're going to have to see Reed's big arm here on 3rd and 7. You'd think they're going to let him air it out at some point. Down 2 scores. Reed, he is airing it out. Down the field. It is broken. What a great play by Joey Godwin.
Yeah, that was fantastic. That was a star-on-star cornerback wide receiver matchup, and Godwin won it.
Rick takes it. He's got a little bit of an angle. So if you're the Roos, what's the game plan here?
I don't know. You would think they'd be wanting to hand it off to Terranova, take some time off the clock.
See if they do it. Not for this play. Screen to Terranova, and he is hit immediately for a loss of 2. Dalton Brooks on the coverage.
That was a hard hit by Dalton Brooks. My goodness.
Well, 2nd and 12. Hand to Terranova, and he is doing his best, but only gets about 1.
That did not fool the defense at all.
For the Roos, you don't really want to give this right back to Texas A&M, knowing what Reed can do on the other side. Yoakum, scanning, he launches it. It's intercepted by Texas A&M. He's got a lane, and just like that, Texas A&M is back in this game. That's Dalton Brooks. He made the play earlier.
Yeah, Yoakum did not need to force that one, and he did. Just trying to do too much.
Reed hands the ball off, and Owens gets a couple yards. That's Yoakum's 2nd interception of the game. He only had 3 all year.
Yeah, this Aggies defense is tough, and they will fool you.
Speaking of fooling you, Reed tried to fool the UMKC defense. Got a couple on that play.
Now we'll see what they come up with. We'll see if they try to snap the ball here before the end of the quarter. They probably should.
And they do. Reed looking, scanning. He's going to take off, but he is tackled immediately. What a play.
Wow, and that's why you put a spy on the quarterback in that situation.
Well, it's shaping up to be a great 4th quarter of football. I'm going to share it over to Galaxy now. He's going to call it play-by-play, but rest assured, something tells me this is going to have a big finish.
All right, and it looks like they're going to go for a field goal here. I wonder if they would try to fake it. Otherwise, I'm shocked they're not going for this 1st down. They're going to get the field goal. It's still a 2-score game, 24-13.
Perhaps the defensive coordinator of the Texas A&M sidelines is seeing something in Yoakum that he can exploit. He certainly did it on the last drive.
And then maybe the Aggies also watched that Penn State UMKC tape and how quickly the Nittany Lions were able to come back in that one.
Well, the Roos are going to have to protect this lead, and I think it's going to be a big dose of Terranova.
1st and 10, Terranova, the deep back, gets the handoff. Not much doing there, and Texas A&M is expecting the run.
If you're the Roos, something I would be very cautious of. You cannot let Texas A&M get momentum here. You cannot let them give you a 3-and-out.
Yoakum under center, 2nd and 9, play action. Finds Ross. And it looked like he was looking for a block from Vreeland, but he couldn't get over there in time. And it's third down.
Chance Collins, the other phenomenal safety from Texas A&M, they're giving this offense a little bit of hell here. Yoakum's got to figure this out.
He has some time here. Going deep. Oh, it's in and out of the hands of Barchers. He was trying to hit him deep. And instead, they're going to have to punt.
I've said it all year. These safeties for the Texas A&M, they made another fantastic play on Barchers. Every other game, Barchers is making that catch.
Well, all of a sudden we have a very interesting situation here. 1st and 10 for Texas A&M from their own 33. Still plenty of time left in this game. Swung out to number 4. What a move. And he's got a first down, a gain of 11. Owens now with his third catch of the game.
One comment I'm going to make to you that I probably shouldn't make because we're in the middle of the game, but why is a number 9 playing defense? Is Yoakum not number 9?
Here's the handoff. Owens spin move, and he's brought down, a gain of 11. Yeah, the Roos like to double up on their numbers. I guess some college teams do that. I don't know why number 9 wouldn't want his own number, though.
Well, this is...
Here is the pass for another first down. Texas A&M now has a lot of momentum.
The Roos need to do something fast. They cannot allow a touchdown or even a field goal, frankly.
It's a screen. Owens inside the 30. A couple of yards short of the first down. That was Ibrahim on the stop. Approaching 6 minutes to go. Off the middle, number 0 gets hit hard. Did not get the first.
Gotta wonder, Texas A&M doesn't get this first down. Are they kicking a field goal here? I'm not sure I would.
Play fake. Oh, wide open. They didn't account for him at all, and it's a touchdown. That is Riley. First catch of the game. They are going for 2. Try to make it a 3-point game.
I think that's a great play here. The Rouge defense has not been super disciplined in this game, and you cannot allow that to happen in your first playoff game.
They will hand it off and get it with ease.
Texas A&M has come to play.
Smart downing of the ball. 25-yard line is where this drive will start. We'll see what this Rouge offense is made of in this moment in their first playoff game.
They're going to need Yoakum to make at least one play downfield, get a couple first downs.
They'll try the run here, but it's just not working. Terranova cannot find any running lanes. Second down and 8. In the gun. Yoakum looks. Steps up. Hits Zerpolo underneath. He's tackled just short. Oh, what did they do here?
I love that play from Yoakum. Scrambling out of the pocket. Throw across his body. Normally you won't want quarterbacks to do that, but when it's someone like Yoakum, you know he can make that throw.
Third and maybe 1 inch. And Terranova is dropped in the backfield. Unbelievable. They're going to have to punt.
And I know what UMKC wanted there. I've seen it several times this season. Terranova taking a third and inches and taking it to the end zone. Didn't happen there, though.
So now, Texas A&M takes over. Ideally for them, they want to take this whole clock down and get in the end zone. UMKC's going to have to lock it down here on defense. First down, Reed has a wide open man across the 40 to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's just Reed is taking advantage of what he's seen all game. UMKC is playing too soft on defense. Harrison's got to figure this out and fast.
Read option, and hit hard at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10. Play fake, Reed, over the middle, and that's caught inside the 35. They're getting big chunks of yardage here with very little resistance.
Oof.
Up the middle. Owens has another first down. Wow. They're in field goal range. Worst case scenario, you would think for them, if they don't turn the ball over, is a field goal. Here's an RPO and a drop. 2nd down.
Dangerous throw by Reed. I think if you're Texas A&M, you want to take this past a 2-minute warning, make UMKC use those timeouts. Don't be too aggressive here.
On the outside and dropped after a gain of only 3. 2:17 on the clock. They don't get the snap off before the 2-minute timeout. UMKC leading by 3. This is a massive 3rd and 7.
Coach Harrison loves to bring pressure on these kind of plays.
All kinds of time for Reed. He's going to have the first down and the touchdown. Marcel Reed takes it in and gives the Aggies the lead with 1:55 remaining.
You just can't do this in the playoff game like this. Mobile quarterback, no spy whatsoever, right up the middle for an easy touchdown. This is a disaster for the Roos.
And the extra point makes it a 4-point game. So the Roos have to go all the way down the field for a touchdown. They have the time. They have the timeouts. Let's see if they can do it. Michael Wang will try to set him up with good field position, but he won't.
Yoakum is going to have to make the biggest play of his life. I know he's only a freshman. But if you want to be one of the best of all time, it starts here, right now. What story are you going to tell?
Yoakum over the middle, a strike to Barchers. There's a good start to the drive. He's up to the 44.
Archers just gets behind the defense, behind the DBs covering him. You can't play man against Barchers.
1st and 10, 1:26, still 3 timeouts. Yoakum. Oh, it's incomplete. Ross took a huge shot. And that'll bring up
Dangerous
2nd and 10.
throw. That was a dangerous throw. But you have to make dangerous throws here.
Yoakum, 4-man rush. Swings it out, Terranova. Oh, he breaks a tackle. What a play, and he gets out of bounds. And the first down, an excellent play by the Heisman Trophy winner.
He hasn't had a big impact on the ground, but that might be the play of the game right there. You don't make that stiff arm, it's 3rd and 10. Wow, that was important.
On the 44, Yoakum looks. Throws the drag to Jacob Crick. He is just short of the first down.
That's Jacob Crick's 3rd catch of the year. And like last week, it was a big one.
2nd and inches. Pressured. Incomplete. He tried, it was a design roll to the left. And he almost fumbled the ball. They're going to rule it incomplete though. They need this first down. Yoakum will run for it. And now they're going to use a timeout with 40 seconds left as they get the first down. 2 timeouts remaining.
That was a huge, huge play by Yoakum. He basically told Reed, I can do that too. And just like that, the Roos are in great position here. They just need to be smart.
They got to get it to the end zone. Yoakum looks. Throws, caught, Terranova, all the way down to the 10-yard line. 34 seconds, the clock stops momentarily after the first down to set the chains, and they're going to spike it to bring up 2nd and goal.
Interesting decision there by the team. They have 2 timeouts remaining. I'm not sure I would have spiked it there, especially on 2nd and goal. You only have 3 downs now.
Yoakum looking, throws, caught for the touchdown! It's Brad Ross! And the Roos have taken the lead with 25 seconds to go!
There's the UMKC Roos we've watched all season. It doesn't matter if they're down, if they're up, or sideways. They're always in the game.
Epperson hits the extra point. 3-point lead. Now the Aggies will have all 3 timeouts left, so they do have a legitimate shot to at least get into field goal range. As here's the kickoff. It'll be from the 25-yard line. Here we go, 1st and 10. Read the throw. And it is caught. Timeout quickly called. That's a gain of about 9.5.
If I'm Harrison, I got to just protect the end zone at this point. We know that Reed's going to be able to chunk up or dice him up, but you cannot give a big touchdown away.
They're going to get the first down here, only about a yard. Timeout. "16 seconds on the clock. 1 timeout remaining for the Aggies. Reed under pressure. He dumps it off. A gain of 8. They have to use their final timeout.
One more play to the sideline. Might put him close enough. They can get about 15, 20 yards. Might have a chance.
Reed steps up, going deep. It's one-on-one. It is batted away. What a play. And now it's going to come down to one more play, the Hail Mary. And we've seen how this has gone in the past.
Yeah, UMKC has had 2 crazy Hail Mary. One for them, one against them.
Here we go. Reed steps up, launches it deep in a crowd. It's incomplete. And UMKC is moving on to the semifinals with a dramatic 31-28 victory over Texas A&M here in the Rose Bowl.
Wow. What a finish, Galaxy. I can't believe it. And just like that, the Roos show that you just can't beat them, I guess. They remain undefeated against all odds. Player of the game, of course, is Ian Yoakum, throwing over 300 yards, 75% completion percentage. He really led the team towards the end when they needed it. And that touchdown pass to Ross right there, if they win it all, that might be how the season gets remembered.
What a game it was. They have the Rose Bowl trophy, and they will be moving on to the semifinals. Well, we thank you for joining us here on Root TV as we will take a look at the stats on this one. What a game it was. Looking at the Roos stats, Ian Yoakum, 154 passer rating, 29 of 39, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, a couple of interceptions. First one wasn't completely his fault, but it's still marked against him in the stat sheet. Well, look at that stat line for Terra Nova. Not really much doing. They bottled him up, and it was clearly their game plan.
Yes. Although, you got to say, one of the plays of the game was the 2nd and 10 conversion.
Absolutely, and Terra Nova made his mark on this game for sure. Even just being there in the backfield as a presence opened up the passing game, it really felt like, and the ball was spread around pretty well. Brad Ross, 7 catches, 54 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 for 56 and a touchdown for Vreeland. Barchers, 5 for 109. He led in receiving yards, including that long 35-yard reception down the sideline.
Overall, what a great game by the Roos. Good stuff.
Well, UMKC's moving on. Thank you folks for joining us here on Roo TV. So long.